Navigating the critical revs, why ship captains and harbor pilots must pay close attention during docking. In the high-stakes world of maritime navigation, precision isn't just preferred, it's essential. Nowhere is this more evident than during the docking of a ship, where every decision made by the captain and harbor pilot can mean the difference between a smooth berthing and a costly mishap. One crucial but often overlooked element in this equation is the awareness and management of engine revolutions per minute, RPMs, especially those within the critical rev range. What are critical revs in ships? Critical revolutions, in the context of ships, refers to specific rotational speeds of the ship's propulsion system, engine and propeller shaft, that can lead to dangerous vibrations. These vibrations occur when the rotational speed of the shaft coincides with one of the natural frequencies of the entire vessel or one of its components, causing resonance. Every object has a natural frequency at which it vibrates most easily. When an external force or vibration matches this frequency, the object begins to vibrate with a larger amplitude. This is resonance. In a ship's propulsion system, several factors can cause vibrations. First off, the engine itself has all these moving parts, and if they're not perfectly balanced, they can create these regular shaking forces. Then you've got the propeller spinning. As it cuts through the water flow isn't always even, and that can also make things vibrate. And if the long shaft connecting the engine to the propeller isn't perfectly straight or lined up, it can start to wobble and cause even more shaking. Now here's the thing. Every object has its own natural way of vibrating, kind of like how a guitar string has a specific note it likes to play. If the shaking from the engine, propeller, or shaft happens at the same rate as the propeller shaft's natural vibration, that shaft can really start to shake like crazy. When that happens, stresses and strains start taking place. The shaft gets really stressed, which can eventually lead to cracks in it breaking. The parts that help the shaft spin smoothly, bearings, and the seals that keep water out can get damaged by all the shaking. In really bad cases, the vibrations can even travel to the ship's body, the hull, and cause damage and a lot of noise. So how do they stop this from happening? Well, the smart folks who design ships, naval architects and marine engineers, do a lot of math and use computers to figure out those natural vibration rates before the ship is even built. They can predict the engine speeds that would cause those bad vibrations, which they call critical speeds. To stay safe, ships are operated in a way that avoids hanging out at those critical speeds for too long. They might have rules in the ship's manual that say steer clear of these engine speeds, and when they have to pass through those speeds, they'll speed up or slow down quickly to get through them as fast as possible. Plus, modern ships have sensors that constantly check how much the engine and shaft are vibrating. If they start to shake too much, the crew can adjust the engine speed to get away from that dangerous resonance. Basically, understanding and dealing with these critical speeds is super important for keeping ships running safely and reliably. By avoiding those speeds, they can prevent a lot of damage to the engine and the ship itself, which saves a ton of money on repairs, avoids delays, and most importantly, helps prevent accidents.